Ooh, mysterious dimension.
Alright, Tom, how good are you at your Nintendo trivia?
I'm fairly well seasoned.
So I'll let you know I got no questions wrong myself, but we'll see here.
Who among these spirits can float in the air? Oh, it's Blaine's gym.
It's Blaine's gym.
Purple Pikmin cannot. Yellow Pikmin cannot. This one can.
Trick question. They all can when you throw them. Just kidding. You got it right.
I would have been so fucking pissed if that was the case.
There are a couple with multiple correct answers, I will say, and each correct answer will lead you to another path. Oh, these Pikmin missions are so funny, because you just fight a ton of tiny ones that die in one hit. It's the best.
Oh, you remember the tiny Incineroars? That was great.
I love it. Just these tiny cats that perish as soon as you sneeze at them.
Come on, you can have some. I have attacks for all.
I think you're attacking too high, bud.
Yeah,
I think
Jesus.
you need to get lower. Use some crouch attacks.
Oh, the perils of being a tall goddess.
I don't think you've ever said that sentence before.
No, and hopefully I never will again.
Meanwhile, crazy talk activates.
It's okay, I transferred it to Flame. I went back in time to when he was born and put the thought inside his brain, his baby brain. And that just leads us to the modern day, and really I create my own worst enemies.
So yes, each correct answer will give you the path. Wrong answers will just lead you to dead ends.
Tasty.
And if you get it correct on your first try, you get a chest and it's money in each of them.
Okay. This is really interesting. Pooh. Could have sworn we fought him before, but yeah. Alright, let's change my pie now. I want to be someone else.
It's interesting that, like, all the Earthbound party members are, like, really strong. I think Pooh is the only one who isn't a legend. Because Anna and Lloyd are. And then, of course, there's Lucas, who's playable.
And Clank, why not? Alright, Ryu, let's see how you can deal with Futaba from the Persona franchise.
Oh man, it's like, I can't believe they did the meme. Because it's like, yeah, they just did it. They're like, yep, Futaba is the Inkling there. They also put Crom for Yusuke, because Matthew Mercer and the Japanese voice actor are shared for both.
Gotta get used to throwing bombs and whatnot.
Be a spacey, or spacer. Spacey's a fox.
Yeah. Gotta hold down the shield to do that, it's not just down and B.
I do like how this stage here is meant to represent the country that Pooh comes from there. You know, the kind of Arabian-esque one. Do you know about the boss fight Pooh gets into in Earthbound there, when you first get him?
I know very little about Earthbound, I'm gonna be perfectly honest.
So when you find Pooh, like he has this mission where it's like, Kate, you need to go meditate on top of this hill, right? And then this giant, ghostly, like floating old man head comes down, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna start by breaking your arms. And then you see your HP go down. And he's like, Kate, next up, I'm breaking your legs. And the HP goes down. And then he starts to be like, now I'm gonna take away your ears, and the sound stops.
Wow.
Now I'm going to remove your eyes, and the screen goes black. And I'm just like, I'm watching, because I never played it as a kid, so I'm watching like a playthrough of it as a kid, and I'm like, this is legitimately terrifying. Like, it doesn't actually happen, it's a thing happening in his mind, but it's this super dark, like, I'm destroying you, and the only way to, like, be the king of this country is to, like, you know, to prostrate yourself, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Nope, you're not getting me. Oh, you got me.
Well, thankfully, that's his weaker Final Smash.
I'm getting mine soon as well. It's a real match of wills here. A human player against a normal difficulty AI.
Thankfully, he is within smashing distance now.
Ugh. Can't get closer without inking you. Bye.
There you go.
not used to using Inkling, but that went better than before. I used bombs to get him in range and whatnot. I inked him to cause him to take more damage and whatnot. I pressed up and B when I needed to.
Now his pristine white gi needs to be washed.
Truly, this is the victory of all victories. Booyah. Alright, which way to go?
So this is like where a split happens. In general, where you're trying to go is if you look on the map there's a big like vortex in the top. That's where you're trying to get to, but you can go different ways. You should know this one.
Yeah, which spirit is a Nop on? It's not Starlo.
He looks kind of like one.
Yay, Tora. I swear if Riki was on the other side. I'm taking my chances. I can't be bothered waiting.
Well, if Riki was on the other side, then they would both be the right answer, and you could get both spirits, and that would lead you down two different paths.
Very true. Mr. Game & Watch, okay.
I mean, Tora does like his, his 2D characters, let's say.
Yeah. Oh no. Why do I have to be so well versed in degeneracy?
Oh, it's so weird having a weeaboo party member in a Xenoblade game.
Yay, 7. Lots of apples for me. It's okay, I got it. Question, Tanner, when you were playing Mr. Game & Watch back in your Melee days, or even in Brawl, did you pretend his little key attack was a Keyblade?
No, because I didn't know about Kingdom Hearts at that time. I only knew about it much later. Also, I'm just gonna wait, maybe a couple months, and then Sora will obviously be put in. I mean, obviously.
I want him in so badly. Like,
it'd be so cool.
Neutral B could be, I don't know, charge up, like Cure maybe. Side B is obviously Strike Raid.
I would say Neutral B would be like KH2 Fire, where it's like it goes around you in the circle.
Ooh, that's not bad actually.
And then, down... I know someone said, have flow motion on side B, where it could be like, you dash forward and leads to different things.
Yeah, interesting. What do you think? What would Sora's, thingamabob be if he was put into Smash Bros? Let us know. Final Smash and all. Which spirit is the King of Twilight? Alright, Zant, where you at? Nope. Nope. Ooh, you tricky motherfucker.
Yeah, see, it's trying to get you. There's a couple here that are a little tricky.
Let's see. Giant after a little while, certain Pokemon. Yeah, I should be fine.
This is a fun one, because of course, when you fight Zant in Twilight Princess there, he randomly becomes giant.
Yes, he does. I just remembered that.
I do like how they incorporate that into his Hyrule Warriors moveset, where certain moves he just gets big and walks around, which in a game about fighting as many tiny things as you can is pretty good.
I've been thinking about picking up Definitive Edition, because I've played the shit out of Legends and whatnot on the 3DS, but I kind of want that in HD, honestly.
And there's enough kind of new-ish stuff in Definitive that honestly it's worth it. It's like rebalanced and everything is kind of slightly redone, and honestly it's bang for your buck. That game is like 300 hours worth of content.
It's so good, mate. I want a sequel, like maybe in 5 to 10 years time when there's more stuff to draw from, especially like Breath of the Wild, Cadence of Hyrule maybe.
Well, honestly, if we're gonna have a sequel, I think having the 4 champions is a must. Each one has a whole moveset of their own they could use. Then yeah, and we have a bunch of stuff from the portable games, which is not in there aside from Marin there. So yeah, there's a lot they can use still, but I'd say at least wait until that one from Monolith Soft gets announced. That's gonna be interesting. You saw that, right?
Oh, the new job postings and whatnot.
I know some people are freaking out like, oh, is Monolith making the new Zelda? And it's like, well, they actually worked on Breath of the Wild to do the open world systems there. Yeah. So it's going to be, if we're getting another Zelda, it's going to be Breath of the Wild style. Now, how they balance it, we don't know, but it's going to be at least that's still kind of open world.
I like this because it's actually making it more linear and rewarding you for knowing stuff about Nintendo. Alright, give me a sec. Get my treasure first. Whew, very nice.
So, there is a couple characters here. So we got Greninja here. Now, remember when there was the split before?
Yes.
So, if we go back to that one can lead up to actually, no, it's not. This one, we can just go there right from it. Never mind. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 8 characters here.
Okay. That's a spicy meatball.
There is a number. We'll make sure we get them all.
Pokemon, etc., etc. Sorry, I accidentally went back in. I should just go straight to fight next time. Let's do it.
Let's suplex this frog.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go!
I am very happy we got Ash Greninja as part of the Final Smash, but honestly, I kind of wished it would have been a costume for him.
I suppose so. I have not played Incineroar in a hot minute, honestly.
Well, you got the timing on the B, and that's the important thing.
Come on, attack me. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Steel Diver.
I don't think that's legal in wrestling. But then again, what is nowadays?
Yeah, I'm a heel, man. I don't give a shit.
Did you see that one thing recently about there's the Make-A-Wish Foundation kid who his dream was to pin one of the wrestlers, and so they got him out there and he did it? It was so cute.
I didn't actually. Which wrestler was it who got the pin?
I don't know. I'm not that versed in wrestlers. If it's not one of the super famous ones, it's like I don't know who they are. But no, so they brought him out, and then the kid like punched him in the stomach, and he totally like sold it, and he's on the ground, and then the ref's like pin him. So the kid goes and pins him. It's adorable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're want to go that way to that next character.
I think I might play as the heel for a little bit. Alright, Mr. Never Release in America. Reggie's gone now. He can't protect you.
I just can't believe that we have a Final Fantasy 15 character in this game. Because he looks like Gladiolus so much.
He does a little bit, yeah.
So this stage is actually, you might have a bit of trouble when the disaster day of crisis starts.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
How about earthquakes and strong winds? Who cares? Wrestle your way through the disaster.
You sure are a novice. I've played and beaten Disaster Day of Crisis. I think I might prefer SOS The Final Escape, or as it's called in America and Japan, Disaster Report.
I was gonna say, like, I don't know that one, but I know Disaster Report. It's like, okay, there you go.
I prefer the ones that are like straight survival games, honestly.
And here we got Lloyd, not to be confused with Lloyd. This is the Mother 1 Lloyd.
My brain shut down for a little bit there, it's fine. I've rebooted now.
And in this fight, he is helped by a large red robot, being Eve, from the climax of the original Mother game, or Earthbound Beginnings, as it's called now.
Okay. Yeah. Man, Incineroar, once you get him down pat, is really fun to play as.
Yeah, honestly, out of all the base game newcomers, he's probably one of the more fun ones. I just think he's pretty original. Like, yeah, he's a Pokemon, but most of his moves, aside from like Darkest Lariat, are more so just wrestling moves. They just put in a wrestler.
Gotta factor in. Boom!
So the reason that the Bob-omb Festival happens in this stage is because the climax of a certain scene in Mother has Eve there being like, I have to go now, my planet needs me, and destroys an unkillable opponent.
Destroyed by his own stage hazard. The fool! The foolish fool.
So take a guess who this character is that we're going towards.
Let's see. I think we've got both Ness and Lucas. So I'm not honestly sure.
This might give you a hint.
A Fire Emblem character. I see. He's someone else here. Whatever. That's fine.
Azura's actually really fun in Fire Emblem Warriors there because, well, she is a staff user, which the game actually, or a spear user, which the game doesn't have a lot of. She will actually use the song, the "You Are the Ocean's Grey Waves," you know that song from Fire Emblem. She uses that in combat to do stuff, so she spends the whole battle singing. It's kind of awesome.
Oh, this one's tough.
She is a legend, after all.
Nope. Nope. Yeah.
What's a final smash to a lariat?
She gets close to me, I can just keep doing that. Oh no. That might be me. Nope, it's fine.
We are a big boy, a heavy one.
Come to me. Gotta get the timing down. Yeah, it's like a half a second after.
Yeah, it's a weird timing. It's actually one that I'm really not that good at because you really gotta hit it. But who cares? We kicked her.
Fuck yeah. Weapon attack and move speed up. Not bad.
I'm very happy they didn't give her Japanese name in English because with that blue hair, take a guess what her name was.
Aqua.
It was Aqua.
Fuck me.
I'm very happy they changed that.
I don't think I've ever played as Corrin, honestly.
Really? Huh, okay, well, now'll be your chance, because out of all the Fire Emblem characters, he is by far the most unique.
Okay.
I'm sorry, did I say he? I should mean she. Only play as female Corrin.
Feet. Yes, I know.
Did you see the first stage I made in Smash with the stage builder?
No, because I was too busy going off the stage.
The first thing I did, I had friends over, because Joker was out, we're all excited, and then, we're eating supper, and then I take the Switch out of the dock and I said, just wait guys, you keep eating, I'm gonna make us a stage, and so, the first stage I made was called Saber's Feet, and it was, we fought on the feet of my wife, Saber, and it was, it was funny, because halfway through, my friend Adrian's like, it's gonna be feet or something, dude, right? And I'm like, no, and then we played it, and it was feet.
Such a fucking degenerate. You're giving Flame a run for his money here, and that's never a good thing.
But here's the thing, I'm doing it ironically.
Are you?
Or am I?
I'm worried. We need to send you to a support group, honestly.
I mean, at least it's only feet and not something super actually degenerate. There's some more worse stuff out there.
I'm not even going to ask you what that is. It's fine.
No, we leave it here. Leave it to the imaginations of the viewers. Ooh, nice one.
Shit! Of all the placements, it had to be that one.
And if you were just like a second later, he would have been in the right spot. You had it, but you were on the draw too hard.
Yep, I choked.
One kind of weird and interesting thing is, there is 4 remixes of Lost in Thoughts All Alone in Smash. And, you're like, okay, there's the Smash remix, there's the vocal one, there's the Japanese one, and then there's the a new remix for this one. And I was like, okay, so they're on the list there, but then you look at the game titles that they're from, and for some reason, one of them is not labeled as being from Fire Emblem Fates, it's labeled as being from Fire Emblem If, which is the actual Japanese name of the game. But it's not the Japanese version of the song that's labeled as that, it's one of the Smash ones. It's such a weird inconsistency.
Third time's the charm. Let's play with feet.
Yes, we shall. We shall indeed.
I feel dirty.
Don't worry, feet are actually cleaner than hands, really.
I guess so. Alright, where else do I need to go to get the next character?
Looking at the list here. Actually, I would probably head back to that other crossroads that we stopped at. The one where we had the choice of going either up the dark, scary path or the main path, because we want to head, back there to go the other way.
Hang on, I'm just double checking. I was making sure, the Squid Sisters weren't there. Do I have Assist Killer? I'm hoping so.
Well, actually, it wouldn't matter because of the fact that it's going to be the Squid Sisters in the background who cannot be killed.
Very true.
Who do you prefer, the Squid Sisters or Off the Hook?
I kind of prefer Off the Hook, honestly.
Oh, interesting, interesting. Did you see the Splatoon Island April Fool's Day?
No, I didn't.
Oh man, there was an April Fool's Day thing of a Splatoon mobile game, like a minigame collection, that looked so real. People were convinced that it was real and Nintendo was making a joke. The only thing was, some of the characters were designed a little too sexily for a kid's game. So, but it was like people were looking at this and people were, they made their own new set of squid idols, and people were like, they look real.
Maybe you'll have to show me this after we're done here.
It was a really good one. Splatoon Island, it was called. And then actually, the creator's like, yeah, I just pretty much made a game that you can download anyways.
Oh, that's cool. Right, where do I need to go?
So you want to go back down. Yeah, keep going that way.
Okay. Let's see. We've got two here. Which spirit usually sells furniture? Red sells paintings and artifacts. So I'm going to assume it's this guy.
He's from Card Hero. Cards aren't furniture.
Alright.
So technically, according to, because the paintings and stuff are furniture, but he also does sell furniture sometimes.
He does, yeah, I forgot.
That one's, if it wasn't for the fact that it said that the other guy was from Card Fighters DS or whatever, I wouldn't have known either.
Yeah. That's the proper placement. Get fucked.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Incineroar is one of the easiest ones to self-destruct with, which is a bit of a problem, but at the same time, he's very powerful, so it all works out.
So proud of myself for landing these lariats!
There you go. My go-to moveset with Incineroar is giving him the slow super armor, and then making him so that his throws are even more powerful.
Ooh, that's tasty!
Yeah, and then you just basically German suplex everything.
Alright, what we got here? It's the Tree of Woe is what it is. Oh, there's another one.
So, who do you think it's going to be this time? I'll give you a hint, he's from Brawl.
He's from Brawl, is he? I'm going to say Rob. I'm not sure if we have Rob yet.
Alright, let's see what it is.
Yeah, it's Rob! Hey!
Yeah, you got it.
Good old robotic operating buddy.
Who still doesn't have his own stage.
Nope. Just put fucking Gyromite in. What's wrong with you?
There's all these fan-made ones of Gyromite as a stage that you're like, it's so perfect, why not? Just like with Dr. Mario, you could make such a good, even just a stage based off of all of Nintendo's puzzle games, you know?
Yeah.
Have some falling puzzle, panel to pawn blocks, have some falling Tetris pieces, have some Dr. Mario ones. Come on, it's right there.
Alright, I'm gonna give you a compromise. If you don't want to make a Tetris stage, make a Tetris attack stage, because that gets powered upon in there and whatnot.
Right, yeah, and then you could put Dr. Mario on it and be like, he's the puzzle rep.
Yeah. This is an aggressive Rob, I'm not gonna lie. Fuck. It's okay. I survived this time.
Ooh, you got it.
Come on, attack me. You know you want to.
This is like when Vince McMahon was like, we need to spice up WWE, put a robot in the ring.
Throw a cat off the stage, who gives a shit?
Vince, you can't keep throwing cats. I do.
I'll throw all the goddamn cats I want. It was me, Austin, it was me. I threw the cat. Oh, son of a bitch.
Man, I only watched wrestling for a short period of time, but like, what a magical thing it is watching that weekly.
Yeah, I can see why people still watch it to this very day.
Also for the crazy anime references they now throw in, because every wrestler is a secret weeb.
Yep, seems about right.
I mean, Asuka there, she's like a walking Monster Hunter character.
It's okay, I will master this robot. I'm a cat, cats destroy toys. No! Look at him following me down there to fucking taunt me.
He's trying to be like, no, we're not done. Our battle is not over yet.
Ready? Go!
It's okay. Rob will be mine. I like Rob a lot, honestly. He's really fun to play as. No, why do you keep doing this, Tom?
Little do we know that there's catnip off the stage. Rob was prepared.
Oh, man. I mean, he was, the emissary, or whatever his name, the ancient minister. There we go, so...
Yeah, no, it's definitely... It's interesting, because they put him in as kind of like a subspace, you know, story rep. And I remember when I saw him in the game, I'm like, I don't care about Rob. I didn't know what Rob was until this. But then I played him, and I'm like, no, he's fun. A little bit like Incineroar, where it's like, it's a character that you enjoy more for the moveset than the character. I mean, he did also save gaming, so that's a big thing. That whole story about how it was like, video games aren't selling in America, what do we do? And then they're like, well, just bundle a toy with it. All the kids will want Rob, the toy. And they're like, oh, and then the Nintendo became the biggest thing ever.
Oh, Nintendo. Thank you.
I love that body splash.
It's pretty nice.